everyone, I'm Tanya from the Waterwise Community Center, and today we're here at the San Antonio Creek with the mountains in the background. And today we're going to be doing a watershed model. We're going to be doing it together, so don't worry. Alright, so you should have a aluminum tray, some rocks, maybe you can collect some around your neighborhood, around your home. I've collected some here around the mountain. Some parchment paper. Remember, there's a shiny side and a non-shiny side. So what we do first is you're going to crumble the paper up. Crumble it, crumble it, crumble it. Now we're going to take it apart. Now you want to make sure that the shiny side is facing up, not the non-shiny side. So we're going to go ahead, and since it's windy here, I'm going to go ahead and tape mine down so I don't blow mine away. So what we have here is a mountain. Now, feel free to name your mountain. I'm gonna name my mountain San Antonio Mountain since we're here in the area, okay? So here we have some ridges here. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna have your markers ready to go. I have my markers here. I'm gonna get the brown marker. I'm gonna use that to make the ridges of my mountains. So go ahead and grab your brown marker and you're just gonna go right along. It's okay if you miss some spots, as long as you can get the ridge going. Gonna go all the way down. All right, so we have some ridges here. All right, okay, so we climb up here. So we have some mountains. So we know that water is gonna come down on the side of these mountains. So we're gonna create some watershed areas, right? So I'm going to turn it this way. So down here we probably have some water here, maybe. Maybe we have some water down here in the area. Maybe some water down here. Let's turn it this way. So we probably have some water right here in this area. Some water falling here and maybe here. All right, this is gonna be where our water is collecting, okay? So I'm gonna use Sharpie to mark my cities. So we're gonna go down here, maybe we're gonna do maybe there's a city here near this water, maybe over here as well, maybe a couple down here. We probably have maybe a city up here in the mountain, so we'll X out right there. We'll go to the other side. There might be some towns down here near the water. We'll mark those too, right? So now, if you look or take a look around, if you look on the other side of the mountains, you'll see that there's cars, there's roads, there's people, there's towns. So some ways we create pollution is by the cars that we drive, possibly the trash that we leave behind. It could be the dog poop that doesn't get picked up, right? So those are many ways where we create pollution, right? So I'm gonna use pink, or you can use red, pink or red, to color in the cities as a signifier for pollution. So I'm gonna turn my mountain this way. So I'm going to go ahead and color in the areas that will signify the polluted areas. So do right here, maybe over here, all the X's, right? So these are where all the cities are. So I'm going to do the other side as well. Okay. So now that we have that going, we're gonna make it rain as if it was raining on the mountain. And let's see what happens. So grab your spray bottle and spray to your heart's desire, okay? So here I go, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. Ready? Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Spray all around. Get all the areas. color. Look at those mixed colors. I'm gonna do the other side. Look at all those colors. All right, so let's see what your predictions were, right? So think about it. I predicted that maybe this was gonna be polluted on this area. Maybe some right here, and maybe also some on the other side. So I was right. You see how, you see the blue, you see there's more blue on this side. You see the pink on this end, and you see some blue on that end, right? So, did you make any predictions as to where the water was gonna lead, right? So that's important about knowing about a watershed, is knowing where the water is gonna end up. Okay, so what is a watershed? Well, if we look at this example of my mountain, we see these ridges here, right? So the rain that comes in and falls on the mountains, it's gonna fall right down the mountain on this end, which creates a watershed, right? But you see on this other side of the mountain as well, the water's gonna go a different way because it's on the other side of the mountain. So just like here in San Antonio Creek area with the mountains behind us, the water that comes all the way down the creek and reaches the Santa Ana River, right? So that's our watershed. The Santa Ana River is our watershed, right? Okay. So now, when we take a look at what I've sprayed here on my watershed model, we can see that with the water that comes down to our watersheds, pollution has a huge effect on it, right? Because it takes the trash, it can take the things that we leave behind, flow all the way down to the Santa Ana River watershed here, and then flows out right through to the ocean. So it shows that pollution has a huge effect on our watersheds. So take a look at your own watershed model, and I want you to count your watersheds. On my model, I have 2 watersheds here. One that flows down on this side of the ridge, and my second one that flows down on this side of the ridge. Now I want you to go and count your watersheds.